I'm going to go to repl, repl.it. We need to go to Python with turtle. I'm going to name this one my Tree Fractal. Create repl. I am going to make my fractal tree. First, I'm just going to play around with the turtle. Import turtle. That allows us to use the turtle programming. The turtle commands begin with turtle, and then we have things like forward. And we can tell it to move forward a distance. Let's try that. So I'll press the run button. And there it is. It just moved forward 100 pixels. We could tell it to rotate a certain amount. We could say turtle dot left or right, and we can go a certain number of degrees. If I want to go 45 degrees, then go forward 100. Here, I'll just go up and copy that. Copy. I'm doing this on my iPad with an external keyboard. The keyboard makes things a little bit easier. And if I ran that, we can tell things to repeat a certain number of times. You can get rid of that line of code. For I in range, let's say 8. We are going to do something 8 times. I'm just going to tab this over. You have to indent to say, okay, anything in the indent belongs to this little tiny loop. It's going to do this for I in range. 8 means I is going to be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Maybe we only had to go to 7. Let's try it at 7. And then it's going to repeat. It's going to go forward 100, turn 45. Then repeat. Forward 100, turn 45. Let's try that at 7. And let's not do 100, because 100 seems pretty big. Let's do 50. Let us run that. So forward. Didn't go far enough. I needed to go the full 8. Let's run that. Made a little octagon. That's what the turtle can do. It can do a whole lot of other things. It can make circles. It can make polygons. It can color things in. What I want to do is make a fractal. A fractal, it's a little tiny function that calls itself. It's going to draw a tree. I'm going to define the tree. Define, DEF. I'm going to call this tree. I'm going to give it a length. We're going to call this function later on. We're going to say that if the length is greater than, 10, then we are going to do some stuff. First thing we're going to do is we're going to turn left. Turtle.left, 45 degrees. We're going to go forward a certain length. We turn left 45 degrees, and then we're going to go forward whatever our length happens to be. Turtle.forward, our length. Okay, we don't know what our length is yet. We're going to say tree length, half the length, 0.5 times the length. We might need to change that later on just for fun. Half the length. After we're finished doing that, I want to go turtle backwards. Turtle back, whatever our length is. Then I'm going to turn right. Imagine you turn left 45, you go forward, you do your branch, you come back, and then you want to turn back to facing straight on is 45 again, but then you want to turn another 45. So altogether we're going to turn 90. We're going to turn 90 the opposite way. Turtle right, 90. And then we're going to go turtle forward, the length again. And then we are going to do a new tree, half the size at the end of that branch. Tree and length, half the length, 0.5 times the length, like that. And then we're going to turtle back again. All right, so we've gone back, and then we want to turn back to normal. So we're going to go left 45. That's our tree. Let's see what that looks like. Let's try and run it. I'm going to try and run it with a tree 100. It's going to call our tree function, our def, up at the top. It's going to replace the word length with 100. If 100 is greater than 10, which it is, then begin the turtle. So it's going to turn left 45. It's going to go forward 100. It's going to then, well, let's have a look. Let's press the run button. On line 13, there's a little error. Oh, I wrote left 45 instead of turtle left 45. Turtle.left 45. So let's try and run that again. Now notice our tree is growing sideways. Maybe we can think of something to do to fix that. Okay, maybe I want to add a trunk onto that tree. That's a fractal. It's a function that calls itself. So it's just making a V each time. When it gets to the end of the V, it tries to make another V, and tries to make another V, and tries to make another V, and so on. If we wanted to, here, I'm just going to go down to here. I'm going to tell it to go down, draw a stem. I'm going to start from the roots up. The tree's going to grow that way. Take the pen up, turtle, dot pen up. I want to go down a certain distance. Turtle dot right. We'll turn right 90 degrees. We're facing downwards, and then we're going to go forward 200. Then we're going to turn, well, we could turn left 180 or right 180, it doesn't matter. Now we're pointing straight up. We want the turtle, the pen to be down. We want to go forward 200. Okay, and then begin our tree. Let's see what that looks like. Because the pen, we're facing to the right, we turn 90 degrees right, so we're facing straight down. Then the turtle goes forward 200 pixels, then we turn around, so we do a 180, which means turn full around. We're facing straight up, the pen is down, we go forward 200, so we begin our tree trunk, and then we do our tree. Let's run that, see if that looks the way I think it's going to look. We went off the screen, unfortunately. We can drag this down to show the whole thing, and there's our tree. Great. What would be interesting is you can change the pen color. You can also change the pen thickness. As an exercise, try and make the tree trunks thicker. Try and make the branches get thinner as the branches get smaller.